Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing our February reset and I'm so excited because when I tell you I need this reset, I need this reset. Quick rundown of what this video is going to be about. It's going to be more of like a vlog style, just getting my life together kind of. We're going to clean the house because it desperately needs cleaned. I'll show you a few things of what I mean when I say it desperately needs cleaned, but a few things I'm kind of embarrassed to show. It's just been a long week and I've had a couple weeks back to back where I haven't been home on my off days. I've been busy with family and I haven't spent time at home to really like clean and like get things together. So we're doing that, and then we're gonna go over the books I read in January. This is a new segment to my resets. I used to do wrap-ups and then I stopped because I just didn't like them. And I'm gonna kind of include the books I want to talk about in my reset videos. So we're also going to go over my February TBR plans. We're going to go over the goals for February. We're going to go over the videos that are coming out in February. We're just going to do it all and I'm really excited. So I hope you guys are excited too. So we're going to do cleaning first because that is the one thing I am dreading, and then we'll get to the fun things. So let's get to cleaning. We're going to start in the bedroom first. This is the current state. So we're going to fix this. I will say my duvet is hang drying, and so are my pillowcases that I'm gonna put on. So we're gonna make it the best we can, but I figured we'd start with the bed because this is the lesser of the evils when it comes to my cleaning. So let's just do it. Done. Feels so good. It took me like an hour and a half, so not as long as I anticipated, but we got it done. So I thought we would do my February goal list and then plan content and then go over the books and then wrap up this video. So I recently just got an iPad and I'm in love with it, so you will see this bad boy in a lot of videos. But I wrote out my February goals. So I have them in 3 separate categories. First one we're gonna go over is content. So the first thing I wanna achieve is post 3 times a week on TikTok. So I usually would post every single day on TikTok for literally months and I didn't see any growth. I didn't see any like good feedback. Like it wasn't growing and I got really discouraged. So I took a break from TikTok. Like I took like 2 weeks off, I think. Came back and my first couple videos did very well, and it's because I let go of like the expectations I had for myself, and it's because I didn't post like every single day. And I know a lot of people say post multiple times a day and blah, blah, blah. I can't. I work a full-time job. By the time I get home from my job, I am mentally exhausted. So 3 times a week is very doable for me. Post a video every single Sunday on here, on YouTube, which I do anyways. I used to post 2 times a week, Wednesday and Sundays, and then it went to just Wednesdays and then occasionally 2 times a week. And here's the dealio with that. Is work's a lot busier now, and I just realized that that was not a doable schedule for me. I was mentally burnt out from trying to constantly have a video edited, ready to go Wednesday and Sunday. I found myself not having time for literally anything else, and I was just very unhappy. And so Sundays are a perfect day for me because I have all week to edit and I can map out my editing and I don't have to do it all in one day on an off day, and I don't have to spend my off day doing it, which is great. And another thing that I think I'm actually gonna write on here that just came in my brain that I kind of want to talk about that I haven't really talked about, and I don't even know if you guys have noticed. Maybe you guys haven't noticed. Hold on a sec. So originally my channel started with weekly reading vlogs, and then we went to weekly vlogs and a bonus bookish video, and then it was just weekly vlogs. And now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's more variety going on, and I really like this. The thing with weekly vlogging is I really like it, but I can't do it every single week because I want to do other stuff. I want to have other stuff on my channel other than weekly vlogs. So I'm spicing it up. We're doing different types of bookish videos, and then weekly vlogs are still going to happen, but not every single week. You're probably going to get maybe 1 or 2 is pushing it, but maybe like 1. You're going to for sure have 1 weekly vlog a week that's not reading focused. We'll have reading in it, but it's not solely reading. Hopefully that makes sense. But you will have other types of vlogs, so like dedicated reading vlogs, like my book to screen videos, you know, 24-hour reading vlogs, maybe weekend reading vlog. You're just gonna have like stuff like that, and hopefully that's okay. I don't know, I really like this a lot. I love when the YouTubers I like do this. I do have my YouTubers that are solely weekly vloggers that I love so much and would be so upset if they ever stopped weekly vlogging. So if you guys feel that way about me, they're not stopping, they're just not going to be a weekly basis thing. So hopefully that's okay. I don't know. Next is be more active on stories. So I have noticed that being active on especially TikTok stories, they push out your content, which is so odd. I never really use TikTok stories because I was like, Instagram already does this. Why do I need to do it for TikTok? But I've used TikTok stories as more of like a day-to-day update and more of like FaceTime stuff. So like I'll just whip out my phone and be like, oh, so I'm reading this book and these are my thoughts. And I like that a lot more because I'm very picky with my TikTok content. I like my TikTok content to be very edited, very high quality, just look good. And I know what's trending is like the FaceTime, you know, just put the camera up and film. But because I'm a perfectionist and because I have OCD and because I think no one will watch it if I do that, I have to do it the other way. And maybe that's me needing to let go of that, even though we just said we're gonna let go of expectations. This is not really an expectation. It's just something that like I want for my content. I'm using TikTok stories more as like a FaceTime-esque thing and like pictures and stuff like that. And then also Instagram. I forget about Instagram stories all the time. I'm really bad at stories. I've never been good at stories. And 1 short a week. I don't want to overload you guys with shorts because I know that's so freaking annoying to log on to your subscription box and see so many shorts, and it's like, I wish they would separate them to like your short subscription and your regular subscription. Maybe that's just me, but 1 short a week I think is good because that also pushes my channel out and my name out, because you have to advocate for yourself. You have to like promote yourself because no one else is going to. The next little bubble is life. So break days. I don't give myself a lot of break days where I'm not doing anything content related. So whether that be filming, editing, posting, thinking about, writing lists, like I don't give myself many break days from that. And I'm realizing I do. So they're called my rot days. It's where I don't post anything, I don't do anything. And I think that's going to be Saturdays for me, because Sundays, I do like to post on Sundays. Obviously I post on YouTube, but I think Saturdays are really going to be my day where I'm like, okay, because it is a day off work. I don't have work the next day. So I can literally just veg out on the couch and not feel bad that I worked the next day and I literally didn't do anything on my last day off. So that's just how my brain works. Use the walking pad 4 times a week. I got a walking pad a couple weeks ago and I absolutely love it. My relationship with exercise has went through so many waves. We did it because we wanted to lose weight. We did it very unhealthily. Like I found myself not, like if I didn't work out, I would talk really bad about myself and like, oh my God, this is gonna cause this and this and this and that. We had to stop. So I literally stopped working out for like months. I can't even tell you the last time I did a workout class or I lifted weights. Like it's been a really long time since I've done any of that. And I really think I needed this break. And the walking pad is making me fall back in love with moving my body. I love how it makes me mentally feel. I sleep better. My day goes better. I actually look forward to coming home and walking on my walking pad and watching my reality TV, because that's my decompression time after work. And I know I have that allotted 30-45 minutes to just be on the treadmill and watch reality TV before I have to move on and do anything else with my day. And that's also how I get through my reality TV, is walking pad. Love it. Next is go to a movie by yourself at least one time this month. I have an AMC A-lister pass, and do I utilize it? No. I used to go all the time, like with my mom, and then I went like twice by myself, and I need to utilize that. And the reason why I've stopped going is because my work schedule has changed and I'm no longer off every single Friday. So it makes it really hard to like go and see something on the weekend, because where my AMC is, it's in a mall and it's so busy all the time. But I think this time of year it like dies down. So I need to utilize it more and just go pick out one movie. There's several movies coming out in February that I want to see. And this kind of goes along with the break days, is shut off more. I really want to disconnect from my phone more. I'm really trying to not be on my phone 24/7 and to not be on my phone, especially before bed or when I'm with family. I'm really bad at being on phone. Like, me and my parents will just be sitting there and I'll be on my phone, and like we're not talking or anything, but like I feel bad that I'm like in the company of them and I'm on my phone. They do it too though. I turned off notifications for social media, and I think that's helped a lot for me to not be on my phone, because if I don't have notifications coming, I don't go to the app. But I do check the apps a little bit here and there, but not like I used to. And the next is extras. I didn't know what to call this category, so I just called it extra because it's a bunch of extra things. So the first thing is pay off something. So I am a notorious user of Affirm and Afterpay. Listen, I already know. I have terrible money anxiety, and for me, splitting it up in 4 payments is so much better than paying it all at once. And then that's got to stop. We're stopping it, and I want to actively stop it. But Affirm, I have some stuff on there that I need to pay off. So I really want to focus on paying at least one of those things off. And I'm actively trying to save more money this year and to pay stuff off. I am saving officially for a house starting this year. I don't know when I'm going to officially start saving, but I'm officially going to start saving for a house, and it's really exciting but really scary. But I really need to take this year to pay off stuff and implement those saving routines and like get it down pat, because I would love to be in a house by like my mid-30s. And next I have this thing called Oscar watch list. So I made a note page on here that it's called Oscar movie watch list, and I'll put a picture up on screen somewhere. And these are all the movies that I haven't seen that are nominated for Oscars / the movies I'm interested in. And I want to kind of like tackle this list. Now, some movies are still in theater, like Poor Things. I really want to see Poor Things so bad, but every single time I go on there, the showing times are like late at night, and I'm just not doing that. So I'm really hoping it comes to streaming or like on Amazon where I can rent it really soon. So I have that. I kind of want to get through that because the Oscars on March 14th, I think, is when they're at. So yeah, there's that. And the last one is drawing more. So I got this and I drew something on Procreate a couple weekends ago, and I absolutely loved it. I was always a drawer with my dad. Me and my dad would sit down on the weekends or whenever, and we would just draw together, and I love it. And I want to do that more for myself. I love drawing, and it gets me off of social media. It gets me, like, if I need a break from reading, it gets me out of my head. It allows me to focus for something. So I just want to implement that more. So those are all my February goals. Now let's go to planning content, because we got a lot to plan for this month. Exciting things, but a lot to plan. Let me switch up the angle really quickly. A very boring angle because there's like nothing right here, but we are going to plan out February. So I use GoodNotes. Let me screen record. So we're gonna go to GoodNotes. This is where my planner is. Let me go to February though. So this is what February looks like. I really love this planner. I will link it down below what planner this is. I think this is a Flourish planner. I could be wrong. But, so this is February vision board, which I think I'll do in a little bit, but I kind of just want to focus on the calendar page. So I think what we're gonna do is we're going to mark videos. I think we're gonna do video upload days. I think we're gonna do in pink because that's cute. And we're gonna write down which videos are uploading. So the first video we're gonna talk about is on Sunday, February 4th, which is going to be this video. So we're gonna write down and there's 2 reading vlogs I want to do. So I want to do a reading vlog. So I want to do a reading vlog for House of Flame and Shadow, but I don't know when I want it to go up because it releases on the 30th. And realistically, I probably won't read it the release week because I'm rereading this bad boy right here, and I kind of don't want to rush on this. So I'm probably thinking that should be like a middle of the month thing. So maybe we'll put it down on the 18th, but for the 11th, I think I'm going to do my books to screen, and I think I'm going to read The Notebook because Valentine's Day is on the 11th, on the 14th. So let's do books to screen on the 11th. Which is going to be based off The Notebook. I had you guys vote for 2 books in the past. That's March books. So March will be The Hobbit, which I'm really excited to read. But for February, I thought we'd do a romance, which is The Notebook. I've never read The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks, but I've seen the movie so many times. But it's been years and years and years and years since I've seen the movie. So we're gonna do books to screen. All right, and the 18th, I think we'll do House of Flame and Shadow. I think maybe we'll do a weekly vlog on the 25th. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna switch this because, hang on, we're gonna switch House of Flame and Shadow. I think we'll weekly vlog the first full week of February. And then I think the 25th we'll do House of Flame and Shadow blog. Also, ignore my atrocious handwriting. It's bad on the iPad. I don't know why, because I have really pretty handwriting in real life. And I know this, I'm not just saying this, but I know this because people have told me. Multiple people have told me they love my handwriting. I just don't like it on the iPad. So that's it for February videos. So I'm actually gonna go through and write down my paydays because I need this. And then I'm gonna go and mark down the Fridays I have to work. And then I'm gonna go through and write down the bills, which I think is boring, so I'm gonna speed through this. So we have now planned out the calendar for February. I feel a little bit better knowing where things are going. This may switch up, so if you are expecting a certain video at a certain time because you saw this video and it's not and it's a different video, sorry, they're gonna switch up, I think. Maybe, we'll see. Now I think we should create our vision board for February. So I'm gonna go on Pinterest and just kind of look for inspo for February, I think. Is complete. I want to talk through a couple things. Again, put it up on screen. So we have a couple things going on here. The main kind of focus is House of Flame and Shadows coming out. So I wanted to create a little nook for that. So we have that with a stack of books. And then down in the corner we have a girl walking because walking pad. I'm not gonna walk outside because I live in Ohio and it's cold. Maybe if the weather's nice I will, but. And then we have the money to save money and like pay off stuff. And then this corner down here with like the charcuterie board, the wine, the candles, the movie. I want to create like a solo date night for myself, like the full course. We do the appetizer, a dinner, a dessert, a mocktail, or maybe wine. I don't know. I don't really drink a whole lot, but I will for a special occasion, and then like pick out a movie or do something like that for myself. And then the grocery cart with the foods, because I want to incorporate more veggies and all that, you know, the regular stuff. And then we have the Oscar winner because we're prepping for the Oscars. And then Valentine's Day, I want to create a Valentine's Day cake. I really want to, and do like chocolate dipped strawberries and have like a Valentine's Day night for myself. And that's pretty much the whole gist of it. I really like it a lot. I know as I do more like vision boards, I'll get better at them, but I really like it a lot. So there is February planned out, all that stuff. Next, we're going to talk about the books I read and the books I want to read, but I'm going to quickly go have lunch, and then after lunch, we will come back and do those two things and then wrap up this video. So I'll see you guys very shortly. It's a little bit later. Lunch has been consumed, and then I ended up watching a couple YouTube videos. So we're going to talk about our books we read in January and the books we're going to be reading, hopefully, in February. Typically, I read about 5 books a month. That seems to be my average as of lately, which is a perfect average. I don't mind it at all. It's not so little, but it's not a lot that it's so overwhelming. I think it's just perfect. Some months I read more, but some months I don't. But lately, it's been 5 books a month. So in January, the 5 books I read, let's go over them. So first one is Educated by Tara Westover. This is actually this author's memoir, and I forget how much I really like reading books like these. I'm a very nosy person, so I love reading about people's lives and like what's going on. And I find the topics in here so, I don't want to say interesting, but I do find them interesting. I really loved how our main character, you see her go from the child that she is, and she's born into a very secluded, her and her siblings have to stay home and work for their dad. Their dad owns like a junkyard type thing on the property, and it's very dangerous work and near-death accidents that's happened in this book. And you follow her kind of getting out of that and earning a PhD and moving on with her life and overcoming every single thing she is faced with in life. And I really, really like it. And this is also a book that tells a story of how education is so important to some people, and it's like the only thing that gets them through is knowing like they have this to look forward to, and like they're so good at it. Like, so I don't really rate nonfiction because I feel weird rating a book about someone's life. So do with that information what you will. Next book I'm going to talk about is Little Women. I did a whole entire video on this book. It's my books to screen for the month of January. So if you want to know like my in-depth thoughts and feelings about this book, check that video out. But we all know what Little Women is. If you don't, you follow the Marsh sisters and kind of them growing up and each of their lives and the struggles that come along with being a woman in this being a woman in this time of life, and having the sisterhood bond and love, loss, heartbreak, laughter. You follow it all in this book. I'm gonna give this book a 3-star. I appreciate it for what it was. It's just very outdated, but I'm giving it grace because it was written in the time where like these things were true and these things happened a lot. But reading it as a 30-year-old in 2024, there was a lot of things that I was like, ew, I don't like that. But I gave it grace because I knew it was written back when those things were like the thing to do. So there's my thoughts on this. Next is Ruthless Vows, which is the second book in the Divine Rivals duology, and I loved this book so much. I really liked this book more than I liked Divine Rivals. Rebecca Ross is so good at writing magical fantasy books. Like, this truly felt magical. There was a lot of political things in here that I really enjoyed because I really like reading the political side of like fantasy books. I find it very interesting how like these authors come up with this whole world. Like, I love it so much, and I really appreciate it here. We got more of like behind the scenes look at stuff in this book, and yeah, I really like this book. And I'm gonna give it a 5-star. The Fury by Alex Michaelides. This was my book club pick for the month of January. There is an exclusive vlog for this. I think it's already out by the time this video is out, and If you want to see that video, you're gonna have to join my book club. The link is in the description. It's totally free, but that's just how you're gonna get the vlog because I only give it to the people in that vlog. Okay, so technically I haven't finished this book, but I've already so this next book I technically haven't finished yet, but I've already read this book once before. So this is my reread, which is why I'm including it. And that is A House of Sky and Breath. Currently my reread, I'm only 200 pages in, and I say only because this book is 800 pages. So there is that. As far as February books, I'm gonna go grab them and I'll be right back. Okay, so I only have 2 of them physically because 2 haven't technically came out yet when I'm filming this, and 1 is from the library. So let's start with my book club pick for the month of February. If you don't know, I run a book club. Like I said before, it's called Cal's Cozy Corner. It's my little cozy corner of the internet. We have a Discord, we chat, we have a fun time. There's no pressure at all to be involved in the book discussion or anything like that. If you're just here to see what everyone else is saying, if you're there just to watch the vlog, I genuinely appreciate the support, no matter your reason for being there. And it's linked in the description. But for the month of February, we're reading A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams. This is Tia Williams' second book, I believe. Her first book was 7 Days in June, and I really, really liked it. This one I don't know a whole lot about. I know we follow Ricky, who owns a flower shop, I think, and she runs into a stranger, and I think stuff unfolds from there. For books to screen, movie, I've already talked about it a little bit, but that is going to be The Notebook by Nicholas Sparks. Nicholas Sparks is the author that got me into romance, but like back in the day, like I'm talking like Last Song, Dear John era. I don't know, I think I read Dear John first. Yeah, Dear John, Last Song was like the era I got involved with Nicholas Sparks. And I know he always puts like the female and like the, oh my God, save me, I need help, I need a man to come in and swim me. Like I know he has his issues, but you cannot deny that there is just something so classic about Nicholas Sparks books. Like they make me cry every time. That man knows how to make me cry, and I feel like they're my guilty pleasure. So I'm gonna be reading The Notebook. I've never read The Notebook before. I've read every other one of his books but The Notebook. I mean, I haven't read any like new release ones, but pretty much every single Nicholas Sparks book besides like newer release ones I've read except for The Notebook. So I'm gonna read The Notebook and we're gonna watch the movie because it is the month of love, and I just thought, why not do a romance for this month's books to screen? I think it'll be fun. And I do really like The Notebook. I haven't seen The Notebook in like years. Like I think it's been 10 years since I've seen The Notebook, so really excited. And the next one I don't have is House of Flame and Shadow. I am doing a dedicated reading vlog to House of Flame and Shadow. We've already talked about it, but I'm really excited. I'm really, really eager to get my hands on this book, and I can't wait to just binge this book. So the 2 I have physically with me. Next book is A Fragile Enchantment. This is Mel Reed's pick for her book club. She's Mel Reed's here on YouTube, and I've heard this one is Bridgerton, but make it fantasy, and I love Bridgerton. Oh my God, I've been eagerly waiting for the next season of Bridgerton, and we finally got a date and I'm so excited. But season 2 is my favorite of Bridgerton because I think it's that slow burn, and I just, oh my God, I love it. Oh, we're out of battery, hang on. If angles have changed, lighting has changed, anything has changed, I just had to change out my battery really quickly, so I'm sorry. But last book is A Court of Wings and Ruin. I have already read Sarah J Maas's A Court of Thorn and Rose series back when they were releasing. Actually, the last time I officially read this series was when this book came out for the first time around. And me and my bestie Brie are doing a reread of this, well, reread for me or a first time read for her. And this is our next book, and I can honestly say I do not remember for the life of me what this book is about and what happens in this book. I know it will come in waves to me as I read this book, but it's been years. Like when did this book come out? Hang on a sec, let me look. 2017. So it's been a while since I've read this book, but I'm very excited to read this book. So those are my January reads, and my TBR for February, which means it brings us to the end of this video. So I hope you guys loved this video. If you did, make sure you guys are subscribing if you aren't already, because I would love to have you here. Make sure you are being kind to yourself and to people around you. And let me know what you are reading this February, your goals for February, what you're looking forward to February. And I will see you next Sunday. Love ya.